the CHETNA series lecture on how to mobilize community participation for water conservation. And today we have amidst us a very eminent speaker, Ms. Archana Varma Madam, who is Additional Secretary and Mission Director of the National Water Mission in the Ministry of Jal Shakti, Government of India. Archana Madam has extensive administrative experience across key government roles, including policy work in health, personnel administration, vigilance and water governance at both state and central levels. And Archana ma'am has been spearheading the Jal Sanchay and Jan Bhagidari movement, emphasizing community participation and water conservation awareness as part of the Jal Shakti Abhiyan of Government of India. I would now like to request Professor Vineet Joshi, sir, who is Secretary, University Grants Commission, to kindly make the welcome remarks.
Namaste to everyone, and welcome to this particular CHETNA lecture series. On behalf of University Grants Commission, I extend warm welcome to all the esteemed Vice Chancellors, faculty members, dear students, staff from higher education institutions across the country, and my colleagues from UGC who have joined online for today's CHETNA series lecture on how to mobilize community participation for water conservation. The CHETNA series of lectures by UGC are a regular feature and are live streamed on all social media platform of UGC and are viewed by many heads of the institution, faculty members and students. So these all lectures up till now are on our social media platform, and many lectures have got a very good viewership, and it's quite popular among the higher education institutions. We are honored to have among us Ms. Archana Varma, Additional Secretary and Mission Director of the National Water Mission, Ministry of Jal Shakti, Government of India, who is our expert speaker for today's lecture. Her insights will guide practical strategies, amplifying the UGC's Jal Sanchay and Mission Life synergies. Let us commit collectively to a water secure India. I would like to share that UGC is committed to environment education, and we brought out the curriculum framework for environment education at the undergraduate level as per the NEP 2025, NEP 2020. From 2023, this particular environment education curriculum has been brought up. We are also in the process of developing MOOCs, which are quite popular on climate change, renewable energy, and indigenous knowledge. Friends, I would also like to mention that concept of mission life was introduced by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in November 2021, as it emphasized that it is a mass movement, global mass movement for mindful and deliberate utilization of resources instead of mindless and destructive consumption of the resources. And it also talks about protect and preserve the environment. So therefore, this particular mission life is also part of this UGC's commitment. And friends, this Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari is a flagship initiative of Ministry of Jal Shakti. UGC is also communicated and sent advisories to all higher education institutions. And I'm glad to report that several higher education institutions have shared with us the initiatives they have taken in this regard, including hands-on training on vermicomposting technology, training of local para-hydrogeologists, photography workshop on water conservation, workshop on green and clean energy, vocal for local support for artists and MSMEs, environmental education workshop, collaboration and community action, ban of single-use plastic, sewage treatment plants in HEIs, millet program for promotion of sustainable food habits, and promotion of climate resilient agriculture. So these all programs are being done by higher education institutions. Higher education institutions are always come forward to support such type of initiatives. It's my pleasure to welcome our keynote speaker for today, Ms. Archana Varma. Her insights will guide practical strategies, amplifying UGC Jal Sanchay and Mission Lifestyle Energies. Let us commit collectively to a water secure India. I request Archana ji to please guide us in this particular topic. Archana ji.
It is a deep privilege and honor I welcome all the respected vice chancellors, members of the UGC, esteemed colleagues, and honored guests. So I would like to start I have a brief presentation of 30 minutes where I would be skipping some slides also so that I can finish the presentation within time. So as Manishi has already said that I will be speaking on a very, isko thoda udhar karo. I'll be speaking on a very special initiative called Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari, which is part of the Jal Shakti Abhiyan Catch the Rain campaign of the Ministry of Jal Shakti. The germs or the beginnings of this initiative was emerged from the Man Ki Baat conversation of the PM in Abhishek in 2019 when he said that Jal Andolan can only happen with Jan Andolan. So Honorable PM's vision is that just it needs the whole of government and the whole of society to ensure that we become a water secure future and water doesn't become an inhibitor but a facilitator in the vision of 2047 by which we will become a developed nation. So it was in Honorable PM's vision in 2019 that the Jal Shakti Abhiyan Catch the Rain campaign was launched for intensifying community action. And finally, under that initiative, the Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari movement was launched to intensify community action to ensure water security for our country. And this is where you all play a big role because you, as academicians, not only uh, you know play a vital role in, as Manish has said, in promoting sustainable practices, but you also have an all big army of youth, and the youth of today are the water warriors of tomorrow. If water is life, then it is the youth which is the lifeline. We have to ensure that we save this water for the youth. But I'm a little sad to say that water still has not reached that kind of consciousness in the ordinary person. So I'm going to begin with some grim statistics to just show why water conservation, Jal Sanchay Zaruri क्यों है. Next. वाटर हम कहते हैं कि ये तो स्टेट सब्जेक्ट है, ये तो म्यूनिसिपल सब्जेक्ट है, बट इसमें सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का क्या रोल है? तो वो स्टेट सब्जेक्ट जरूर है एज पर आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, बट आप स्टेटिस्टिक्स अगर देखोगे तो इट इज अ नेशनल कंसर्न. India only occupies 2.4 of the geographical area of the world. 18% of the whole global planet is in India. 18% of the global livestock is in India, while we have only 4% of fresh water resources. So you can see the squeeze in terms of population, livestock, area, and the availability of fresh water resources. Next. If you see this, our water demand by 2050 is expected to grow exponentially. While, as I have said, that our average annual utilizable water of the 4% of water, fresh water resources remains fixed and constant at 1126 PCM. So by 2050, the water demand, the food demand is expected to grow at 1180 and food from 300 MT to 450. Our irrigation, domestic, industry, energy, all the demands are expected to grow. But we will not be able to grow more water because water will remain fixed at 1126. And that is why we have to ensure that we harvest this rainfall, we harvest the water, we squeeze in the demand, we not only augment the supply side, but we also address the demand side. The demand side of water is reduce, reuse, recycle, recharge, and respect. So I'm not going to talk more on the demand side today, but I'm going to talk about the importance, because you all are VCs and you can inculcate in a lot of young mind that we need to reduce and reuse the water, at the same time create structures that will store and augment groundwater. Next. So that see the challenges. We have a seasonal monsoon, unlike countries where we have monsoons through the year. More than 70% of the annual flows of the river is in monsoons only. Around 50% the rain falls in just 15 days despite 100 days of monsoon. And this has been exacerbated by the climate change, where you can see that, flash flooding or extreme droughts because of the temporal and spatial variation of the monsoon. Even places like Kerala, which are, water surplus on the whole, you can say, experience these flash flooding in areas, and they wreak devastation. We extract more groundwater than China and United States put together. While we extract so much, our water storage capacity is very, very low. 80% of our irrigation need is met by groundwater. 85% of rural drinking water is met by groundwater. 50% of urban water need is met by groundwater. Next. So after showing you that grim picture that what is happening to groundwater, this is a slide of which we are a little happy, because this slide shows that on the average, our overexploited, our critical, our semi-critical, our blocks are decreasing and safe blocks are increasing, because of the numerous effort that the government has taken in collaboration with society for replenishment of the groundwater, for ensuring that people become conscious that groundwater has to be replenished. The red zone still shows the areas where the criticality remains. Next. So as already said, that extraction is for irrigation most of the time, at 87%, industrial and domestic. Whereas recharge we are seeing from other sources remains limited. So you can see that the green portion of the pie chart in the right, where it says that recharge from other sources during monsoon season remains 19% only, not the green, the red one, and the maroon one. So these are the areas where we need to augment our efforts. Next. Where we need to augment our efforts so that this recharge from other sources increase, and it has increased. From 2017 to 2019, I'm happy to report that 26.91 BCM uh, has been recharged due to construction of tanks, ponds, and other water conservation measures like dikes, like small dams, check dams, gabion structures. So we need not rest on this laurel that we are on the right path, but with community, but with you, we would be able to do much, much better if you all and if we all come together as a team. Next. So I've already spoken that the idea emerged from the Jal Shakti Abhiyan of 2019, in which Honorable PM gave a call to action that let's involve people, and each year we had some specific themes, and the funding, this is a very unique program where we don't give even a single pass of money. The funding was done purely through convergence, and I'm happy to report that around 1.99 crore of structures we've been able to build to replenish groundwater. Next. Then water conservation should be prioritized was also the direction of the PM during the Council of Ministers meeting. And that, next, that led to the special initiative called Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari, which was launched on 6 September in Gujarat. It was graced by Honorable PM virtually, which reflects his unwavering resolve to make water conservation a national priority. Next. So what is Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari? Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari doesn't talk about big things. What Gujarat had done, it had strongly involved the community in building small structures within localities, within areas, through Jan Bhagidari, and mobilized people through various means, and that led to a lot of increase in the groundwater table, and we adopted that model for pan-India implementation. Next. The sources of funds, as you can see, there were government. We also sought crowdfunding, industrial donations, not centrally, but the district, state, the non-government fund, even philanthropic donors came to contribute. Individual donors also came to contribute. From Gujarat, many donors pledged funds for to the places of their birth, like from it's called from Karm Bhumi to Matribhumi. So from the place of their work to places of birth, like in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and Bihar, many donors pledged that they would make these structures. Next. So what are the features of Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari? As I've already reiterated, that means whole of government, whole of society approach. It is not only government. And the focus is on community-driven, cost-effective water solution, which is tailored to the regional need. Of course, a very big focus is on rejuvenating the defunct bore wells for groundwater recharge. And we gave a target that 5 recharge structures per village, municipal corporations 10,000 at least, and ministries also, we requested, Honorable Minister wrote to all the ministries. We onboarded all the ministries on our JSJB portal, that if they could set their own targets based on their available land and office premises. And JSJB 2 has now commenced from 1st June and is ending on 31st May, where we really request your partnership. And the focus of Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari was community, cost, and CSR. As you can see, some of the recharge pit that has been built in under Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari doesn't cost more than 5,000 rupees. And the emphasis is on don't wait for mega solutions, don't wait for desilting of the dams. Go in for low cost and hyper local solutions for water conservation and storage. You know, the current Gulf War, COVID, that has all emphasized how important it is to be self dependent, to be because there are crisis situations where it is very important that we also have some sustainable old practices to make us self dependent. Next. The challenges that we are facing is, of course, without giving any resources, mobilizing the community has its limitation, and convergent funding, because there are many schemes that scattered in the districts. Getting the funds to converge and getting the structures to onboard on JSJB is, of course, a constraint. We'll be honest about it. Getting CSR funds for the water sector is also a constraint. And maintenance of the artificial recharge structures, because हम बहुत अच्छे हैं, बना तो देते हैं किंतु मेंटेन नहीं करते हैं, तो 2-3 साल बाद इनको मेंटेनेंस खोजता है उसको. These are the challenges that we are facing and we foresee in JSJB. Next. Now, we have had a meeting with all the central ministries, and I must say that Diksha and Archana have done a lot of work and really been very promising and really helped us. We have also requested all the CAPF, Defense Department, Railways. We met Industry Association, we met NGOs, and we also have a portal on which all your structures have to be uploaded. We are also randomly test checking 1% of the recharge structures to ensure that the data is authentic. We have around 400 CGWB and CWC officers, and we also have a lot of FAQs on groundwater recharge. And as of today, combining JSJB 1 and JSJB 2, we have 46 lakh water conservation structures which have been onboarded on the portal, which is very, I won't say which is very low, but considering that we are doing it without resources, I think it's a respectable number. And it is a testament to citizen ownership, CSR contribution, and local innovations. Next. There have been very many, successful models of community. I will go through one or two of them. One is in Korea, Chhattisgarh, where every farmland gave up 5% for a staggered a staggered recharge pit. Every farmer gave 5% of their land for a staggered recharge pit, which is why it is called the 5% model. Washim Jaltara model made around 50,000 recharge pits in one day. So it is that simple. Then in Coimbatore, all the offices, all the government offices, be it police stations, be it any other Anganwadi, be it Ashas, they all made rooftop rainwater harvesting structures. In the Banas Dairy model, the Banas Dairy and farmers came together and made these recharge pits in their farm, where the Banas Dairy also contributed. Then we have the Alwar model, where schools were made as learning center. It's called Bala, where with a NGO, the district administration made schools as learning centers and made these recharge structures. So as you can see, these are not very big structures. They are really small and they are really doable. Next. Of course, one good thing happened was that MG Narega committed to 65% of funds in overexploited and critical blocks, and 40% in semi-critical blocks, and 30% in saved blocks. We have also asked and requested them to continue the same in VBG Ramji also. Next. So the National Initiative on Water Security was launched after this commitment, and 15 additional water conservation structures were added to MG Narega. These small structures which can be made under JSJB and which doesn't need much cost. Next. So these are the, I'll not go through each of them. These are the 15 added structures under MG Narega, which are for groundwater recharge and storage. And we are hoping that, that will add up to the cause of water conservation. Next. These are just some pictures to give you an insight on how simple and how easy and how small the structures are, but the impact is huge. Next. Some of our central ministries, which also won recognition last year, were Ministry of Railways, Ministry of Defense, and Ministry of Jal Shakti. And they did it rooftop. You can see in Ministry of Railways, they've done rooftop rainwater harvesting, even in Ministry of Jal Shakti. So they did some in their offices. Next. These are by industrial association, NGOs, and states. Next. So our overall intention is that we want all the overexploited and critical and semi-critical districts to come out of it in 2-3 years. And for that, this year's target is around 10 million low-cost groundwater structures under JSJB2. That means 1 crore, and we've reached 46 lakh as of now. Next. You have a huge potential. I can already see that, 55, I mean, I'll not go into the numbers, but your campuses are large, urban land parcels which are suitable for recharge wells, stormwater harvesting, and campus water neutral modules. Next. So what exactly can you do? You can make your campus a net zero water utilization campus model. We have officers assigned to each district. We have officers here who can help you for technical guidance. And first thing you should do is capture the rooftop rainwater and surface runoff for groundwater augmentation. CGW officers, as I've already said, are here they're also located in your area to give you guidance and involve the students. Even if they throw some kind of pebble or when the filtration media is being managed, they will feel that they are doing it. They will go and spread it at home. So promote student-led water conservation structures. These are not so difficult that students cannot participate. And we request, if you have, many of you may be aligned with, places nearby where you can develop rainwater harvesting and groundwater recharge structures. Next. Where to implement? Of course, the technical people will tell you better, but it can be implemented in parking areas. It can be implemented in stormwater drain lines. It can be implemented in defunct bore wells. It can be rooftop of hostels, academic buildings. And next. Why it is important has been why we have had this whole Chetna series. It is for reducing the groundwater depletion in urban and peri-urban areas. It is also for making university campuses water secure and sustainable. It is for large campus areas for scientific groundwater recharge utilization. But most importantly, it is for building youth leadership in water conservation. And it is also for creating model campuses for sustainable water management. So after this, I think I'm running out of time. Dikhao. Go to the next. There are some pictures. How to implement is something which is technical. I will let it remain, but I will not go into it. That you have to estimate how much of your rainfall, is runoff. Then, or in all that, we will provide you technical help in case you don't have. But I'm sure many of the vice chancellors would have. Next. So these are the expected outcomes, which I have already spoken about, that you become demonstration centers, you create a youth workforce in water management, you strengthen community participation, and long-term groundwater sustainability for the campus. And you depend on your own water resources within the campus. Next. These are some of the action points, which is in the nature of nitty-gritty that the upload. We also request that not only you do the work, but you also upload it on our portal. By 31st May is the last date, and you conduct weekly review meetings. Next. We have a lot of guidelines available, which are on your screen. Next. These are some of the models which I'll show before I just close. Dikha do. This is the in India standard design model of this is rooftop injection well, defunct recharge well, recharge shafts at low cost. So these are small structures. As Honorable Prime Minister says, जल संचय जन भागीदारी से ही मुमकिन है. यह केवल एक नीति नहीं है, प्रयास भी है. इसमें उदारता भी है और उत्तरदायित्व भी है. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for a very
हाँ, continue करो.
elaborate presentation. I request, ma'am, if your technical team could make a presentation on the portal.
Yes, my team will make a presentation on how to upload.
Respected Madam,
Idhar
respected
to.
other senior officer, very good morning. All
एक-
जैसा कि मैंने बताया, जल संचय जन भागीदारी को मॉनिटर करने के लिए हमारे डेडिकेटेड पोर्टल है, जल संचय जन भागीदारी मैच पोर्टल. इसका मैं लाइव डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन करके दिखा रहा हूँ कि कैसे आप डेटा अपलोड करेंगे.
छोड़ ठीक है.
मैं जस्ट बताना चाह रहा हूँ कि यूजीसी के चेयरमैन माननीय विनीत जोशी जी भी कार्यक्रम में ज्वाइन कर चुके हैं, तो उनका भी मैं स्वागत करता हूँ.
Good morning, sir. Lovely to have you.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर. जो सर जैसा कि मैंने बताया, जैसे जल संचय जन भागीदारी का डेडिकेटेड पोर्टल जिसका URL है jcctr.mowr.gov.in/JSGB. इसके लिए जो भी सेंट्रल नोडल एजेंसीज है उनको सबको यूजर नोडल यूजर पासवर्ड दिया गया है। इसमें सब यूजर बनाने का प्रोविजन है। डिस्ट्रिक्ट या स्टेट लेवल पे सब यूजर बना सकते हैं। मैं इसमें जो लेफ्ट साइड में है क्लिक हियर टू डैशबोर्ड, कुछ डेटा है जो पब्लिक में है, जैसे कि स्टेट वाइज पब्लिक डैशबोर्ड में से करंट ईयर का जो जीएसडीपी का प्रोग्रेस है कि जीएसडीपी में अभी टोटल जो 21 लाख हुए हैं इस साल के, एंड कितने टोटल कंप्लीटेड है 15 लाख एंड ऑनगोइंग है 5 लाख। अगर हम कंसोलिडेटेड, जैसा मैडम ने बताया 46 लाख है जीएसडीपी का कंसोलिडेटेड नंबर। इसमें नीचे स्टेट वाइज रैंकिंग दिया हुआ है एंड डिस्ट्रिक्ट वाइज है और म्युनिसिपल वाइज है। इसमें एक फीडबैक का भी मैकेनिज्म है जल संचय जन भागीदारी में, जिसमें हम एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं विलेज लेवल तक का डेटा।
ठीक है, इस पे नहीं, उनको कैसे अपलोड करना है उस पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट करें।
राइट साइड में इसमें लॉगिन पैनल दिया हुआ है, जिसमें लॉगिन डिटेल आप यूजीसी से कोऑर्डिनेट करके यूनिवर्सिटी लेवल पे, डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल पे, स्टेट लेवल पे आप ले सकते हैं। लॉगिन के बाद आपका यूजर रजिस्ट्रेशन मॉड्यूल आता है, जिसमें हम अपना मतलब हर नोडल अपने अंडर सब यूजर्स बना सकता है। इसको बेसिक एक फॉर्म है जिसमें यूजर नेम, डिजिग्नेशन, डिपार्टमेंट, अनेक यूनिक ईमेल आईडी होना चाहिए एंड यूजर लेवल सेट करना है, डेटा एंट्री ऑपरेटर, एजेंसी डीओ। एंड उसके बाद में उसका अभी जैसा कि यूजीसी से रिक्वेस्ट आया था कि बहुत सारी यूनिवर्सिटी है जिसको आप फाइंड नहीं कर पाते कि किस यूनिवर्सिटी ने भरा है, उसमें हमने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का एक ऐड कर दिया है, जिसमें हर यूनिवर्सिटी अपना डाल सकता है कि नोडल किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से है। तो उसमें हम यूनिवर्सिटी वाइज और वो इंस्टीट्यूट वाइज हम फाइंड कर पाएंगे कि किसका डेटा है। इसके बाद ऐड अपडेट जल संचय पर आते हैं। ऐड अपडेट जल संचय में बेसिक सा एक फॉर्म है, जिसमें आपको जो भी आप यूजर करेंगे उसमें अप टू डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल तक का ऑटो फील्ड डेटा आ जाएगा। इसके बाद आपको एरिया सेलेक्ट करना होगा जिस भी एरिया में है, और फिर ब्लॉक, डिस्ट्रिक्ट, ब्लॉक, विलेज। और उसके बाद में मैम इसमें दो चीजें हैं, किस टाइप का स्ट्रक्चर है, नेचर ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर, न्यू स्ट्रक्चर है या रिपेयर। 1 जून 2025 के बाद दोनों टाइप के स्ट्रक्चर हम कंसीडर करें, चाहे वो नया स्ट्रक्चर हो या इस साल में रेनोवेट हुआ हो। न्यू स्ट्रक्चर के केस के बाद हमारा ये करीब 19 टाइप के जो टाइप ऑफ वर्क्स हैं वो हैं। इसके अगर इसमें इससे भी अगर कुछ एक्स्ट्रा है तो अदर में आप डाल सकते हैं। एफॉरेस्टेशन और अवेयरनेस जनरेशन इसमें कवर नहीं होता है। फिर लोकेट लैंडमार्क आप स्ट्रक्चर डालेंगे, जो भी जैसे यूनिवर्सिटी के पास में कैंपस में किस ब्लॉक में है वो डालेंगे। लेट लॉन्ग डालेंगे। लेट लॉन्ग के लिए हमारा अभी एक एंड्रॉइड बेस्ड मोबाइल ऐप आ गया है, जिससे आप डायरेक्ट एक्यूरेट लेट लॉन्ग मतलब कैप्चर कर सकते हैं, और उसको ऑफलाइन मोड भी है। इन केस अगर नेटवर्क इशू है तो आप उसे वहां पे आप लाइन सेव करने के बाद में आप जब भी नेटवर्क में आएंगे उसे सेव कर सकते हैं। उसके बाद वर्क स्टेटस है, अगर वर्क कंप्लीट हो चुका है या नहीं हुआ है। ऑनगोइंग के केस में आपको एक फोटोग्राफ डालना है जो कि आपने स्टार्ट किया है। उसमें वर्क स्टार्ट डेट आएगा कि और इस केस में आपका जब तक कंप्लीट नहीं होगा तब तक हम कंप्लीशन डेट उसमें नहीं पूछते हैं। जब आप दोबारा से उस वर्क को कंप्लीट करेंगे फिर आपको डेट ऑफ कंप्लीशन सेलेक्ट करना होगा और डेट ऑफ कंप्लीशन उसका डालना होगा। रिपेयर के केस में अगर वो वर्क ऐसा है कि कोई पुराना वर्क है, 2024 का है, 22 का है और इस साल वो रिपेयर हो रहा है, तो उस केस में आपको इनिशियल कंप्लीशन डेट और रिपेयर डेट मतलब इस साल का रिपेयर डेट होना चाहिए जो आफ्टर 1 जून का होगा। सोर्स ऑफ फंड में मैम मल्टीपल फंड्स दिए गए हैं, मनरेगा, अमृत, पीएमकेएसवाई, कैंपा, फाइनेंस कमीशन, इसमें अदर भी है। इसके बियॉन्ड अगर
आवाज बढ़ाने के लिए
इसके बियॉन्ड अगर कोई भी ऐसा फंड है जो लग रहा है कि नहीं कैप्चर हुआ है, तो वो यूजीसी के थ्रू आ जाएगा, हम इसे ऐड कर देंगे इसमें। इसमें अगर आप CSR फंड आप सेलेक्ट करें तो उसके जो नेम मेंशन डालना पड़ेगा कि किस कंपनी के थ्रू आया है, और उसमें भी उसका क्या फुली फंडेड है या पार्शियली। ऐसा कोई है कि मतलब CSR और कुछ दूसरे ने मिलके बनाया है, तो उस केस के लिए है। और फिर है इसमें कि किस कम्युनिटी को आपने इन्वॉल्व किया है, SSG है, WUA है, NGO है, या सेल्फ
ये
है।
आप लोगों के लिए शायद इतना रेलेवेंट ना
जी
नहीं होगा, क्योंकि ये तो खुद करेंगे ना अपने कैंपस में।
फोटोग्राफ्स का मैं 2 फोटोग्राफ्स है इसमें। ऑनगोइंग के केस में फर्स्ट फोटोग्राफ्स है, कंप्लीशन के बाद कंप्लीशन के केस में हमें दोनों फोटोग्राफ्स है, दोनों मैंडेटरी है, फर्स्ट भी डालना है। इन केस अगर कोई ऐसा वर्क है कि जिसमें बहुत पुराना मतलब आपने ऑनगोइंग कर दिया, फोटोग्राफ्स नहीं है, तो एटलीस्ट 2 फोटोग्राफ्स चाहिए, भले वो डिफरेंट डिफरेंट एंगल से कैप्चर किया गया। इसके बाद जल संचय रिपोर्ट में आएंगे। रिपोर्ट जो है मैम इसमें एजेंसी वाइज में आपका आएगा। एजेंसी वाइज में आपका यूजीसी का ब्रॉडली मतलब यूजीसी का प्रोग्रेस इसमें दिख जाएगा। ये है यूजीसी का अभी टोटल नंबर 5 में दिख रहा है इस साल का। और अगर आपको यूजर वाइज आपको देखना है, तो इसमें आपको सेलेक्ट करना होगा स्टेट, डिस्ट्रिक्ट और यूजर। तो इसमें आपको बाई यूजर आपके पता चल जाए, जैसे कि यूजीसी से ही आया था रिक्वेस्ट कि महाराष्ट्र में हम नहीं देख पा रहे हैं, तो इसके लिए ये है कि आप जो भी जिस स्टेट के यूजर हैं उनका डिटेल इसमें आ जाएगा। ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वाइज इसमें डिटेल आ जाएगा। और इसमें लास्ट में मैम इसी में हमारा डाउनलोड मोबाइल ऐप का लिंक दिया हुआ है, जिसको भी एंड्रॉइड अभी हमारा एंड्रॉइड अवेलेबल है, तो एंड्रॉइड का डायरेक्ट APK यहाँ से हम डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं। और फिर चेंज पासवर्ड का है, आप रेगुलर बेस पे सिक्योरिटी की वजह से पासवर्ड अपना रीसेट कर सकते हैं, चेंज कर सकते हैं, और फाइनली इसको साइन आउट कर देंगे। थैंक यू मैम। मैम इसके लिए हमारा एक यूजर मैनुअल है जो हम आपको ग्रुप में शेयर कर देंगे। आगे आप स्टेट और डिस्ट्रिक्ट को आप यूनिवर्सिटीज को आप फॉरवर्ड करेंगे। थैंक यू मैम।
दीक्षा जी कुछ दीक्षा जी का हम लोग क्या क्वेश्चन लेंगे?
Ma'am, now we can take questions from the audience who will join us online. आपका अगर कोई सवाल है मैम के प्रेजेंटेशन पे एंड जो पोर्टल को कैसे इस्तेमाल करना है, तो प्लीज रेज योर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक हैंड, वील रिक्वेस्ट मैम टू आंसर योर क्वेश्चंस।
I think Diksha ji,
I also have with me my Joint Secretary, National Water Mission, Mr. Sumant Narayan, and Shiv Mohan Dikshit, who is our advisor technical. So अगर कुछ पोर्टल से रिलेटेड सवाल है तो सुमंत, और टेक्निकल है तो शिव, और हमारी ज्ञानेंद्र, अभिषेक एंड श्रवण।
दीक्षा जी हम लोग विनीत जी को रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं अगर वो कुछ कहना चाह रहे हैं तो मतलब। सर यू कैन अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ।
अभी पार्लियामेंट में
जी सर।
In fact, on my personal behalf as well as on behalf of UGC, to Ms. Archana Varma, Additional Secretary, for sparing her valuable time to be there with all of us on this important topic on how to mobilize community participation for water conservation. As all of us know that it is an extremely important subject, and for that I would like to also convey my appreciation to the UGC team that they thought it fit to include it in the CHETNA lecture series. And I could join it slightly late, but saw the presentation of Archana. It was a 360-degree presentation which included everything, what is expected of the UGC as well as what is expected of the higher education institutions. I'm sure that everybody would have learnt a lot, One of the most important things is that in addition to doing it in the campuses, it is also incumbent on us in the higher education system to develop a behavioral change which leads to conservation of water, because while conserving water is extremely important, it is also important that we do not waste the water. So everybody, I'm sure, would have at least it would have one would have thought that how do we do it in our own environment, be it inside the campuses, in the canteen, in the various places where water is used, in the playgrounds, in the houses. I think all of us would be after such a good presentation by Archana, would be compelled to think about it, that before we even open the tap of water, before we start using it. Various methods of recharging the water were also discussed. I am also sure that all the higher education institutions in their own campuses would see to it that they have as many efforts as possible in order to ensure that we do this Jal Sanchay. We are aware that UGC is deeply committed to environmental education, and we had brought out this curriculum framework for environment education at the undergraduate level in line with NEP 2020. And we are also in the process of developing various MOOCs courses. And one of the most important courses that we are going to bring it is on Mission Life, a call which has been given by the Honorable Prime Minister, which was given in November 2021. Mission Life integrates the conservation into the daily life, and therefore it is extremely important for all of us. There is also a course developed by the Mission Karma Yogi on their iGot platform on Mission Life. And I would urge all the higher education institutions to at least go through that course and encourage your students as well as your staff members to undergo that course, because it will initiate us the importance of the Mission Life. As we are aware that Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari is a flagship scheme of the Ministry of Jal Shakti, which empowers communities to build rainwater harvesting structure. UGC has also urged the higher education institutions with whom it is connected to recharge pits, conduct awareness drives, and also report progress. We were also in the last session, we were also told in great detail as to how do we upload the reports, how do we see what the progress has been made. The issue is not only entering the data, the issue is ensuring that all of us become every day aware and every day concerned about the conservation of water, because water is one thing without which it is extremely difficult for move even for a day. It was really pleasure listening to Archana. Her insights have given us practical strategies, and they have also amplified UGC's own Jal Sanchay and Mission Life synergies. Let us collectively commit to conserve water, and I'm sure that with the effort of all who are connected here today, all the higher education institutions, their vice chancellors, their teachers, and the students, we can really do a lot as far as this mission is concerned. Thank you, Archana. Thank you once again. And I also
you,
thank
sir.
my team of UGC for organizing this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody, for giving us the time. I mean, if it leads to some positive development, our team would be very happy. And I really thank Disha for taking this initiative. Diksha.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir, Vineet Joshi, sir, for your inputs for joining us today, sir. As I requested earlier, all the participants who have joined us online, all the esteemed vice chancellors and faculty members, and even students, if you have any questions, please raise your electronic hand, and ma'am, Archana ma'am is there to take your queries. And we will definitely be sharing the PowerPoint presentation that ma'am made, and also the user manual that they have on the portal. We'll send it to all the higher education institutions. Can you raise your electronic hand, please, so that we can take your questions?
Rishabh, you can unmute yourself.
Professor Rajpal Singh, sir, please ask your question. We have unmuted you.
हम लोग म्यूट कर लें.
R. Nitya. Can you please
Yes,
ask?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good morning to all. Actually, we have, I'm from Avinashlingam Institute, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, ma'am. Actually, we have two campuses, one in rural, another one in urban. So we are not able to enter both the campuses, the details. So we need to enter both the campus details. So what to do?
Sure. 1 minute. Sumant will answer.
Ma'am, thank you for your question. Thank you for flagging this because many other colleges and campuses might be having this question. So the sub-user that is there on the portal is authorized to create different identities or different buildings. That is how you can leverage and insert, upload your data. If there's anything specific, if your technical guy is not able to do, we will be sharing our telephone numbers on this chat box itself. Please reach out to us. Once we will also share how to upload. And Shravan, I think that YouTube tutorial also we would be sharing with them so that they can upload easily. Nitya, but thank you so much for the question.
Shravan, you have
Thank you.
anything to add?
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Vijay Rajji, please ask your question. Okay. Professor Rajpal Singh, sir, can you ask your question, sir? Right. Right. Yes, sir, please ask your question. Dr. P. Vikram, sir, please ask your question. Kindly unmute and ask your question, sir. There is in the chat box, what is she written? Mia Rajpal, we will read it out. Somebody has just shared that our university has an established rainwater harvesting mechanism. Furthermore, a pond is being maintained along with a water treatment facility that converts pond water into potable water. This treated water is currently being used in the girls' hostel as well as for watering plants across the campus. We don't know, ma'am, which higher education institution you are from, but thanks for sharing. If you could also upload this data on the portal, it will be very helpful for us.
Between certain dates. But that's very good. I think we can share it as an example,
Yes, yes.
Ms. Rajput, if you could, send to Diksha what you have done, we can help amplify it.
Someone else, ma'am, has mentioned, Jagan, if you could just take it.
Ma'am, good morning.
Yeah, please ask your question.
What about mission life regarding course, ma'am? Is where is available?
We have already shared the details of the 22 modules with all the higher education institutions. And you
Okay.
can, yeah. Otherwise, just share your email ID or you can write to me. I'll share the link with you.
Where I want to share the email ID, ma'am? From chat box.
Yeah, on diksha.ugc@nic.in or secretary.ugc@nic.in. We'll just share the email IDs in the chat box.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Can I, ma'am? We can get the fund for the rainwater saving from the portal.
Funds,
We can able to upload
Archana,
fund.
over
Yes.
to you.
I didn't get the question. Funds.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
funds for rainwater harvesting.
Funds funds I've already said that it has to be through your existing funds, whatever funds that you have, like Mrs. Neha Rajput, I think. She made it. Maybe you have OAE. We don't give funds.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, several universities have shared the initiatives that they have taken in the chat box. So we have Manu, Hyderabad, they have shared. Then we also have, you can just take it. The university, slightly up, has established a biodiversity pond in the university campus to recharge the groundwater, and they needed some guidance. Please guide how to get the login credentials to upload the details. Okay, that is we'll share the manual with you.
Diksha, you please coordinate with Gyanendra, and then Shravan will and Abhishek, they will guide you in case they are facing any problems. And overall, Sumant is always there.
But ma'am, with due permission, just one point, sir. Thank you so much for in your speech covering many more points that we were wanting to cover, but because of paucity of time, we couldn't. I just have 1 or 2 points more, sir, if you and Diksha, if you allow. One, sir, we have what is called as the World Water Day coming up on the 22nd of March, which is like 5 days from now. The world celebrates Environment Day, world celebrates so many more events, but for some reason, World Water Day has not got the prominence. So I would request all of us, if we could promote water conservation, conduct some activities. It's a Sunday, but you could use maybe a Friday or a Saturday or a Monday to kind of promote these activities. That was one. And we are going to have a national event on the 23rd of March in collaboration with industry, students, etc. So that's a huge gathering, but that was more to apprise. The second request I have, and that's a slightly a long-term request, like Sir talked about, and Diksha, you talked about curriculum for Mission Life. Could we think of some curriculum, and we are happy to collaborate to develop and enhance skill sets for water conservation, which also leads to behavior change in some way or the other. But we are happy to collaborate in designing that course also. I'll leave this thought with you. It's a random request that has come at the 2 minutes before the session ends. But I thought, let me muster the courage and place the request. But thank you so much for sir for adding those points.
Hello, may I speak, ma'am? Now I am unmute.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
you may.
1 minute left, sir. Yeah, you can, please, sir.
Yes, yes. We are doing at our level. We have conducted an international conference on occasion of World Water Day for water conservation and groundwater recharge. And every year we are celebrating World Water Day and inviting guests from outside. And our residents are well aware. Our teachers are well aware. We are trying our best at our level. And we celebrate every year World Water Day.
Dhanyavad, thank you so much.
और उसके इवेंट के जो फोटोग्राफ्स हो कुछ डिटेल्स अगर आप हमको भेज देंगे maybe we'll try to amplify that.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Thank you so much for conducting, first of all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So, Diksha ji, I think let us conclude with the thanks to Ms. Archana ji for giving this talk. And I can see many institutions including NWM, GLA, MGM School of Pharmacy, SS Tanya Medical, and Nasaram. They have brought their students also in the hall, and the students are also listening this particular lecture. It's like we could understand that the gel is also as important as blood. So thank you for giving this particular eye-opening lecture. Your message today reminds us that sustainable change begins with the individual responsibility, institutional support, and collective intent. So to all our VCs who have joined and who could also motivate their students to join, faculty members, staff from HEIs, and my colleagues from UGC who joined us today, thank you for your participation. Together, let us commit to a greener, more conscious future. Stay aware, stay active, and let us build an earth we are proud to pass on. Thank you and namaskar.